speaker for today is Mr. Siddharth Jayakumar. It is said that one should not complain about things they don't have, but make the most of what they do have. Mr. Siddharth Jayakumar is a living example of this. He is currently working as an associate manager at IndusInd Bank. He is India's first certified documentary credit specialist from the Institute of Financial Services, UK. He has also been the recipient of the National Award in 2008 by the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment as the Best Employee. He is also the recipient of the NCP EDP Shell Helen Keller Award in December 2009 for being a positive role model. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Mr. Siddharth Jayakumar.
Thanks guys. A very good morning to all of you here. Actually, today morning when I was traveling from my house to here, I was very surprised that why didn't I sleep in a journey, which I normally do. And even when I was sitting there, I was still trying to figure out the reason why I didn't sleep. And then I realized I'm so excited to be here, so I didn't sleep. Okay, very little. Yeah. I met Nikhil at Lakes-Chennai, right? And he told me, will you not forget, like, he literally tested my patience for 2 months. Because, frankly speaking, I have been looking forward to this event very earnestly. And at last the day has come. So you are safe. Okay? Okay. I don't know how many of you were here yesterday when Kalanta was talking, and there was one thing that he spoke which I nodded in agreement. He said, always defeat the problem. He said that, right? You cannot allow the problem to defeat you. And that is exactly what I did with my life. Okay? I am a person with cerebral palsy, and that is a typical neurological condition that actually affects the coordination between your mind and body. This means that for every single activity of mine, I have to consciously do it. Okay? Which means the amount of energy that I put in to do one particular activity is almost equal to 3 or 4 times than what you guys put in. But frankly speaking, that thought never stopped me from moving forward. I am very conscious today that I am talking in front of people who are going to become good managers in the future. But let me ask you one question. How many of you really believe in managing yourself? All of you believe? Okay, how many of you have really spent time in learning to manage yourself? See, when I say manage yourself, I strictly confine to yourself and your body and your mind and how you are going to interact with people, how you can make people accept you, how you can make your presence felt wherever you go, despite having so many limitations. That is where the challenge lied for me. And frankly speaking, I became very successful in that, and I enjoyed every moment in that, though it was very invisible, because I was not able to tell everybody that I am the most successful man, but in my heart I've always known that I am very, very successful. And the reason why I say that I am very successful is that I did learn to manage my limitations very well. I'll give you some instances where you have somebody standing next to me, okay, and then I wanted to just go and put my hand on him, okay, but believe me, the way how I went to put my hand on him, that guy thought that I was trying to hit him, okay, because that guy thought that I was trying to hit him, he ran away, and I never saw that guy again. No, but I'm not to be blamed for that. How can I blame myself for something that is not there in my control? 10 years back, I used to talk very fast, very fast. Even my parents could not understand what I'm talking, okay, because of the lack of proper coordination, okay. But today, I am able to make so many people understand what I'm talking. But how did I do that? I realized that I was talking too fast, and then I made every effort to talk slow. Trust me, the effort that I put in to bring down my pace of my speech mental. I had to beat my physical limitations. I had to beat my tongue movements to ensure that I do talk very slowly. That is a very painful process, because it's not easy to beat your own mind. But over a period of time, it becomes a part of your body. It becomes a part of your system. And so today I'm able to talk much more better. There was also one more instance, my exam. Okay, I can't write, which means I have to depend on somebody to write my exam. There was something called history exam, and the person who came to write my exam did not know English. Believe me, I had to literally dictate my whole 3-year paper, letter by letter, letter by letter, believe me, letter by letter. Okay? And what happened was, at the end of 3 hours, I was completely exhausted. Okay? And when I went home, my mother asked me a question in English, and I didn't know what to answer. I had forgotten my own English. Okay. That happened very early in my age. Then I became more and more stubborn. I decided, no way am I going to come across this kind of situation again. I have to be very mentally tough to handle any kind of situation, any kind of people, any kind of tribes, any kind of, anything. I started working on that. I was analyzing what is wrong, what is right. It is very easy to have a lot of dreams and a lot of mind thoughts. But how many thoughts will you be able to implement? That is what I try to focus upon, implementation. Again, implementation was not very easy for me, okay, because whatever resources I had was very limited. In 1995, there were no computers, which means I had to type all my answers and give it to my teachers. Typing, believe me, typing math paper was typed, accounts paper was typed, and I was doing that for almost 3 hours, and luckily I got 1 hour extra. You might say I'm lucky, but I'm not, because my body was not able to take in 4 hours of daily routine typing continuously. And that exam was continuous. I had to keep myself physically fit, mentally fit. I had to study for my exam. But believe me, I succeeded. I succeeded because I wanted to succeed. And that is the way how I define my success. I would define my success. And I did not tell anybody how I understood success until today. Okay? There were a lot of times when I have been totally scared in the sense. Many of my friends were studying the day before the exam, and I was thinking, who will come to write my exam? Or will that person be able to really understand what I'm trying to tell? Or will that person be well versed in my subject? But that is not the case. How many of you observed Cuba? When I came here, he asked the tables to be moved. Why did he do that? Because he knows I need a lot of space. Am I right, Cuba? And he was very thoughtful to just move across. How I wish I had faced many people like that during my younger ages, but that never happened. A lot of insensitive people just happened to put me down without even trying to understand what is my exact problem. For example, the doctors, believe me, the doctors could not diagnose what my problem is for almost 9 years. or believe me, the principal who was taking admission for me literally refused to take me because I am something different. Or believe me, when I got 90% in 12th, including one sentence in computer science, the college principal still refused to take me. Or even the worst of case, I completed my BCom with distinction and I wanted to do my master's. Even my master's, people refused to take me. But I did my master's in economics. Even after that, people refused to take me for the job. I'm sure if somebody was there in my situation, they would have just given up. And just told the parents, I don't want to move on. Let me just sit back at home. Again, believe me, my parents are people who never expected something big out of me. Today, what I gave them is something way beyond dreams. And the reason why I have to struggle so much is to show that I am the son. There is also one more situation that I remember very well. It happened during my school life, where that day before my exam, I remember after 10 o'clock in the night, I'll be calling up so many people, asking them to come and write my exam. I never passed my responsibility to my parents. I took it upon myself to handle every goddamn situation of mine. Today you go and ask my parents, what is the struggle that I was trying to go? They will say, I don't know. That is what is required. Accepting responsibility for who you are, accepting responsibility for your own action, and accepting whatever results that you get out of your own action. It is very easy for me to blame the system and say, yuck, they're not taking me. Why should I move on? It is a very easy thing for me to just blame the system. But blaming the system will make me a loser. What I had in mind was get into the system and change the system. Make people understand me. Whatever effort it takes, I will take up the full responsibility. And that is what kept me moving forward. Believe me, even in my career life, after 6 years of service that I put into the job market, I have come across a lot of people who are not willing to come to terms with my ability. No matter how much they know about me, they were not able to come to terms with my ability. Which means I am actually a victim of others' inability to see my ability. But can I go and tell the other person that you are disabled in your mind, that you can't see my ability, but yet you label me a disabled? Not even once in my life have I ever uttered such words. Why is that? Because I learned to be very tolerant. The process of tolerance requires a lot of patience as well. And that patience will come up only if you realize that You need to be patient. You have no choice in your life. And I got that patience from my mother, because my mother had to be very, very patient with me for till the time I started my schooling at the age of 9 years. Which means in 21 years, okay, in just 21 years, I completed my master's and I put in 6 years of work experience. How did that happen? That happened because I jumped from UKG to second standard, and then I did my 6th, 7th and 8th in just 1.5 years. But today, when I go and tell everybody I did my 6th, 7th and 8th, they're not able to believe it. Though they're not able to believe it, they're still not able to give me one opportunity to prove myself. So what is the other lesson I learned? Every opportunity you get, grab it. There is no second opportunity for me. I'm sure many people will think that if I lose an opportunity, I might get one more opportunity, and they will take it for granted. I never had the opportunity to even take it granted. Every single opportunity I had to literally grab it, take it seriously, work hard on it, and deliver the best I can. Okay? Not what people expect from me, but what I expect from myself. And that is very, very important in life, that I learned: never compare anybody with me. For somebody to even compete with me, believe me, if you ask me, I will say, let that person be like me and then compete with me. But is that possible? Is that possible? Answer please. Which means I have to compete with everybody, and the competition levels are so high, I have to go way, way, way beyond myself to compete with everybody. And what is the other lesson I learned? Even when you are competing with people, always be conscious that you are competing with your own limitations. I realized that during the course of my life, that I found a lot of people were competing with me instead of trying to understand that they can't compete with me. I have motivated a lot of people. I have boosted up a lot of people's confidence. I have made a lot of people compete with me. Then what is the benefit I am getting? I'm sure everybody in the corporate world will always ask for more money, promotion, this, for just going one step beyond the expectation. Where will I go? Dot check was a profession that I was into when I was in RBS, and it requires a lot of due diligence, presence of mind, conscious alertness. Everybody was doing their job, and I was also doing my job. I was able to deliver the same result what everybody was also able to do. But what is the difference? The difference lies in how I did my job. I was using only one finger for all my computer operations. One finger, one hand. That's it. And my body keeps shaking all the time, not allowing me to even concentrate on what I'm doing. How did I master that? I mastered that because I realized this is a problem I'm facing. I need to find a solution, and that requires a lot of self-awareness. self-awareness, self-consciousness, plus a lot of the skill to analyze and accept and move on. And do you know what is the biggest thing that makes me feel very easy to accept a lot of challenges? Accepting myself. The day when I accepted myself, that was the most toughest challenge I ever faced. And after that, everything has become so easy, because whenever a different situation comes up, I always think, hey, Chalega, what bullshit is this? I have already accepted myself. Let me move on. And it becomes so easy. So, I'm sure during the last 30 minutes or during the last 20 minutes of my talk, I'm sure I would have brought a lot of management skills to my experience. How many of you agree with me for that? Management. This is what is management all about. Not just going and bossing over people, or not just screwing somebody's career. and showing that you are the boss. You need to show that you are a boss of your own. And I remember very well when Kuba was talking in, I think he was talking in NDTV, and he said, I'm a boss of my own. I love that statement. I really cherished that statement, because I realized what I was trying to do with myself was also the same way, but I know that word or sentence was not there in my mind, and Cuba brought up that sentence very clearly. Alright, coming to a very lighter side. I commute by auto. Believe me, when people are staring at you, how would you feel? How would you feel? Anybody people are literally staring at you for no fault of yours. Won't you feel awkward? If you ask me, I felt like I am like a sexy object. And I decided to bring down experiences where I learned to manage myself very well. There was also one more funny thing that happened. You know, when I'm walking, my hands go all over the place. Okay? When I'm in a cinema theater in front of so many people, how will my hands go all over the place? There is no place. But this is my very natural self. What did I learn? What did I decide? I decided to keep my hand in my pocket. And it became. But again, it's so dangerous to stand like this in front of big bosses. But again, I have no choice. I have to stand like this. If I stand like this, my boss will think I'm mad. But I never bothered. I never bothered about what people think of me. Even yesterday, I was still standing like this. When Kalamdi was coming to meet me, I was still standing like this. I realized that it's not a mark of respect for him. But I also realized this is the best way I can present myself. So, which is more important? Let me end my conversation Yeah. Let me quote Kalamji's words, which says that, thinking is progress. Non-thinking leads to stagnation of the individual. And thinking, when you combine with knowledge, will help you to grow. And that is exactly what I was doing. Every day I was thinking about how I can make myself better. And that's exactly what has helped me a lot. And the more better you are than yesterday, brings you more joy. Especially when you are analyzing what you did yesterday and what you are doing today. And I've enjoyed the joy of my life. Thank you, guys. This is a very beautiful audience. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Any
Your talk.
question? You want to start? Any questions, please?
We have time for just one question. So, anyone?
Normally, I don't allow people to ask questions. Okay. But if you have any questions, I'll be very happy to take it upon.
Sir, as you said, it is very easy to quit. Like when you have such problems, it is very easy to blame the society. What is the motivation that you had that you never wanted to quit? What is the source of inspiration that you had that you always wanted to overcome those challenges?
Motivation. Frankly speaking, I motivated myself. Why I motivated myself? Because I had a responsibility that I need to show people around me that I can also do it. And it is that responsibility which my parents, my teachers have given me. And I cannot let them down at any cost. And that's what motivates me. Personally, if you ask me, I will say, yesterday is one day, today is one day, tomorrow is one day. Today is the day that you are living. Live it fully and happily. I'm sure many of you, when you're looking at me now, and seeing that I'm actually sweating a lot, I'm sure many of you might be thinking that I'm actually tense, or I'm a little bit nervous, or whatever word you want to use. But frankly speaking, I'm not. It's just that the amount of energy that I put in is so much, okay, that even if you take me to Antarctica and make me talk, I'll sweat. Okay, any more question?
Yep, that's it.
No question.
Thank you, sir. Your talk has truly... Thank you, sir. Your talk has truly touched our hearts as an inspiration for us to keep fighting no matter what and to achieve what we want. We sincerely thank you for our thoughts. Thank you. I request the student to present Mr. Siddharth Jayakumar with a... We thank you all for